Today I'm going to explain how to solve problems using the distributive property. The distributive property is a property that tells you what to do with the parentheses that have numbers and letters inside them. To teach you how to solve problems using the distributive property, here's a very simple example. 2 times 4 plus 6. Most people just look at this problem and say, well, 6 plus 4 is 10 and 10 times 2 is 20. Well, that is correct, but if you find this kind of problem in a bedmass problem or in an equation, you must solve it using the distributive property. Okay, so here are the rules. You must multiply every number outside the parentheses with every number inside the parentheses. 2 times 4 plus 2 times 6. We multiply 2 times 4 because 2 is the only number outside the parentheses and 4 is the first number inside the parentheses. Then we add the addition sign because it is the same one in the original problem. Sometimes it could also be subtraction. Then we multiply 2 times 6 because 2 is the only number outside the parentheses and 6 is the last number inside the parentheses. 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 times 6 is 12. 8 plus 12 is 20. You still got the same answer, but you showed your work in a different way. Here is another example with just numbers. So it's 3 times 4 plus 6. Firstly, we multiply the 3 times 4. Then we multiply the 3 times 6. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. 12 plus 18 is 30. Now I will show you an example of solving a problem with variables using the distributive property. So 3 times 4x plus 6. Now we just follow the rules we've been following before. It would be 3 times 4x plus 3 times 6. This time we just took the variable with the number before it. 3 times 4 is 12. Since we cannot substitute x for a number, we cannot add it to 12. So we just simply put the x next to the 12. 3 times 6 is 18. Again, since we cannot substitute x for a number, we cannot add 18 plus 12x. So 12x plus 18 will be the answer to our problem. When do we use the distributive property? Well, you use the distributive property anytime you find a problem that looks like this. It would have a number, and next to the number would be a parentheses with two numbers and maybe some variables inside of it. You can find these kinds of problems in equations or in bedmass problems.